French President Emmanuel Macron found himself in the middle of New York traffic this morning. Why? Well, because Donald Trump's motorcade shut down half of Manhattan, which, if you think about it, is the only effective traffic control policy New York has implemented in the past 20 years. But what's a Frenchman to do when he's stuck on the side of the road? Well, Macron reached into his pocket, pulled out his mobile phone and called Donald Trump. You heard me right. He called him, just dialed him up, almost like he was ordering Uber Eats.
How are you? Guess what? I'm waiting the street because everything is frozen for you.
Now, Macron was lucky. If that was Melbourne, he'd have had his mobile phone stolen and gang members would have been halfway to Dandenong in his car, live streaming the whole thing on TikTok before Macron had even had a chance to bid Trump hello. But the real story wasn't the traffic jam. The real story was that Emmanuel Macron had Donald Trump's phone number, which means Trump has a phone. And more importantly, Trump gives out his number. Although Trump doesn't give out his number to just anyone. Here's our Prime Minister back in April.
Just quickly, you got his number? You texting?
No, I'm not sure that he has a mobile phone, the US President.
It wasn't just that Anthony Albanese didn't have Trump's mobile number. Albanese wasn't even sure that Trump had a mobile at all because, you know, the most powerful man on earth definitely governs through landline, maybe a fax machine, possibly smoke signals. The next day, Anthony Albanese doubled down, confirming that no, he really didn't have Trump's number. But don't worry, that's not how things work between Australia and the United States anyway. We go through proper channels, very proper, so proper it takes, I don't know, 3 committees, 2 memos and a ceremonial kangaroo to set up a phone call or something like that.
Prime Minister, last night you waved off a question on Donald Trump's mobile phone. With regard to the phone, hasn't it been the case that in recent weeks you haven't been able to get on that phone? Whilst we mightn't expect you to have it on speed dial, isn't your failure to be able to ring up Donald Trump and say, wait on a minute, a failure of government?
Not at all. And, you know, I don't have Donald Trump's number. I didn't have Joe Biden's number. It's not the way it works between the Australian Prime Minister and the US President.
So today, a journalist asked our Prime Minister the obvious question. How come the leader of France can pull out his phone and call Trump while standing on a Manhattan sidewalk, but the Prime Minister of Australia can't even work out if Trump has an old Nokia lying around? Cue Anthony Albanese, bristling like a 15-year-old kid, asked why his girlfriend lives in Canada and no one's ever met her.
During the election campaign, you said on the second debate that Donald Trump didn't have a mobile. Since then, we've seen...
I did not say that. I did not say that. Don't verbal me, but yeah.
Well, what do you think he said?
Well, I didn't say that.
Well, what do you think he said?
I didn't.
The quote is there.
I didn't say that, but anyway, keep going.
Wow, the reporter clearly hit a sore point. You heard it yourself. Just a moment ago, Albanese told a national TV audience during the election debate that he didn't know if Trump had a mobile phone. Now he claims the female journalist is verballing him, which is rich, given Albanese has been verballing the Australian people about power bills for the past 2 years.
It will see electricity prices fall from the current level by $275 for households by 2025.
How sure are you that that 275 is robust when you've only got 3 years to deliver it, from 22 to 25?
Well, I don't think, I know. I know because we have done the modelling.
Do you stand by that modelling?
Oh, it's Reputex's modelling.
Took ownership of that modelling.
It's Reputex's modelling from that time.
You don't support the modelling anymore. This is you walking away from that modelling.
It's Reputex's modelling.
Authorised by Ahurst Liberal, Canberra.
Albanese next claimed that, OK, he might have said Trump didn't have a phone, or at least that he didn't know if Trump had a phone, but it was all a big joke, a bit like his power price promise.
It's called a joke. Humour.
Oh, you were joking.
Delightful. Well, obviously he has a mobile, and anyone who actually saw the context would know that.
Well, you saw it. Did it seem like a joke to you?
Just quickly, you got his number? You texting?
No, I'm not sure that he has a mobile phone, the US president.
You know, as a comedian, Anthony Albanese would make a great Prime Minister. Then Albanese explained that his hilarious gag about not knowing whether Trump had a mobile phone was actually all about making this point.
The point I was making was, between leaders of nations, you organise phone calls, you have note takers, you do it in rooms where mobiles aren't allowed. That's the point. That's the way that you deal between the United States President and the Australian Prime Minister.
Which begs the original point. How come Emmanuel Macron can just whip out his iPhone, scroll to Donald J. Trump and hit call? Not from a special room, but from the sidewalk. Not on a secure line, but on a mobile. And not with a room full of note takers, but just two blokes talking normally, you know, like they have rapport. Or, God forbid, even a friendship. Speaking of rapport, it was at that point the Prime Minister decided he had about as much rapport with the journalist as he has with Donald Trump.
Do you have Trump's number yet? Do you contact him personally?
I don't go into any of those details.
No.
Translation, no, I don't have Trump's number.
No, but isn't your failure to do the same why we've had to wait so long for a first face-to-face between you?
No, it's not.
So to sum up, Emmanuel Macron is stuck in traffic, calls Trump. Anthony Albanese is stuck in an interview and can't call Trump because, well, he doesn't even have the number. And that, well, that's the real punchline.